David was very sorry for the sins he committed against God, Uriah, and Bathsheba, and he repented. He repented and he asked God for forgiveness. God forgave David, and he no longer hid his sins held his sins against him. Another lesson to learn: God will forgive you of anything that you've done. If you come to God, repent of them, confess them, and turn away from those sins, God will forgive anything. However, there may be consequences, natural consequences in your life because of your sin. You may go to heaven, you may repent, and God will accept you, but that doesn't mean that the damage that you did is going to go away here on earth. David now had to deal with the consequences that were caused by his grave sins. He would struggle with problems in his life for as long as he would live. David had another son with Bathsheba. He named this second son Solomon, and he would be the future king of Israel after King David would die. That's 2 Samuel chapter 12, verses 1 and 25. So now we're going to hear about the problems that David had in his life, the consequences he has due to the sins he committed. Again, he was forgiven by God. He'll go to heaven. God did restore him, but there's consequences now for sin. King David had a son named Amnon and a daughter named Tamar. They were children of King David, but they had different mothers. They were half-brothers and sisters because now David had multiple wives. So he had a lot of half-brothers and half-sisters as children where David was the father, but from all different mothers. His son Amnon was strongly attracted to his half-sister Tamar. One day, he sexually assaulted her. This made Tamar's full brother, Absalom, very angry. At one point, Absalom killed his half-brother, Amnon, for what he did to his full sister, Tamar. This whole series of incidents made their father, King David, very sad. After Absalom killed his brother, he ran to another land and he hid for 3 years. After 3 years, King David allowed Absalom to return home to Jerusalem. However, when Absalom returned, his father, King David, refused to speak to him. He did not handle the situation well. This caused Absalom to grow to hate his father, King David. He said, yeah, Absalom, you could come back, but he wouldn't talk to him. He just acted like he was dead to him, Probably not the best way to handle a situation with your son. That's in 2 Samuel chapters 13 and 14. Well, Absalom's hatred for his father, David, increased over time. Absalom then became power hungry, and he wanted to get rid of his father, King David, so he could become king. Absalom began to tell lies to the people, making himself good, and his father, King David, looked bad. Many of the people believed the lies Absalom was telling, and they began to follow Absalom as their leader instead of King David. At one point, King David and his friends had to flee the castle because they were afraid that Absalom would attack it and try to kill the king. Sure enough, Absalom brought an army with him and invaded King David's castle in Jerusalem with the intent to kill him and overthrow him so Absalom could be king. David ran away before this, so he was not there when Absalom invaded his castle and tried to kill him. That's in 2 Samuel chapters 15 to 17. Now, at one point, King David gathered his army, and Absalom, his son, gathered an army, and they went into battle with each other. During the battle, Absalom was killed. Now, even though Absalom was trying to kill his father, King David, David was extremely heartbroken when he heard of the death of his son Absalom because he loved him, because he was his son. As God foretold, David had serious consequences in his life due to a series of sins of killing Uriah and stealing his wife Bathsheba and sleeping with her, committing adultery. These include his first son with Bathsheba died at birth, his son Amnon hurt his daughter Tamar, another son Absalom killed his son Amnon for this, Absalom tried to kill King David, and his son Absalom himself was killed in a battle with David. King David lost his peace as a consequence of willfully engaging in various sins. Okay, now we're going to read about the next king that comes, and it is King Solomon, David's son.